Hello Mila, hello Jack. Hello everybody else who's watching, and welcome to Storytime with Grandad. Today's book is from Days with Frog and Toad. The first story is Tomorrow. Toad woke up. Drat, he said, this house is a mess. I have so much work to do. Frog looked through the window. Toad, you are right, said Frog. It is a mess. Toad pulled the bedclothes over his head. I will do it tomorrow, said Toad. Today I will take life easy. Frog came into the house. Toad, said Frog, your trousers and jacket are lying on the floor. Tomorrow, said Toad from under the covers. Your kitchen sink is filled with dirty dishes, said Frog. Tomorrow, said Toad. There's dust on your chairs. Tomorrow, said Toad. Your windows need cleaning, said Frog. Your plants need watering. Tomorrow, cried Toad. I will do it all tomorrow. Toad sat on the edge of his bed. Blah, said Toad. I feel down in the dumps. Why? asked Frog. I'm thinking about tomorrow, said Toad. I am thinking about all of the many things that I will have to do. Yes, said Frog. Tomorrow will be a very hard day for you. But Frog, said Toad, if I pick up my trousers and jacket now, then I will not have to pick them up tomorrow, will I? No, said Frog. You will not have to. Toad picked up his clothes and put them in the cupboard. Frog, said Toad, if I wash my dishes now, then I will not have to wash them tomorrow, will I? No, said Frog. You will not have to. Toad washed and dried his dishes and put them in the cupboard. Frog, said Toad, if I dust my chairs and clean my windows and water my plants now, then I will not have to do them tomorrow, will I? No, said Frog, you will not have to do any of it. Toad dusted his chairs. He cleaned his windows. He watered his plants. There, said Toad. Now I feel better. I am not in the dumps any more. Why? asked Frog. Because I've done all that work, said Toad. Now I can save tomorrow for something that I really want to do. What is that? asked Frog. Tomorrow, said Toad, I can just take life easy. Toad went back to bed. He pulled the covers over his head and fell asleep. The Kite. Frog and Toad went out to fly a kite. They went to a large meadow where the wind was strong. Our kite will fly up and up, said Frog. It will fly all the way up to the top of the sky. Toad, said Frog, I will hold the ball of string, you hold the kite, and run. Toad ran across the meadow. He ran as fast as his short legs would carry him. The kite went up in the air. It fell to the ground with a bump. Toad heard laughter. 3 birds were sitting on a bush. That kite will not fly, said the birds. You may as well give up. Toad went back to Frog. Frog, said Toad, this kite will not fly. I give up. You must have a second try, said Frog. Wave the kite over your head. Perhaps that will make it fly. Toad ran back across the meadow. He waved the kite over his head. The kite went up in the air and fell down with a thud. What a joke, said the birds. That kite will never get off the ground. Toad ran back to Frog. This kite is a joke, he said. It'll never get off the ground. We ought to have a third try, said Frog. Wave the kite over your head and jump up and down. Perhaps that will make it fly. Toad ran across the meadow again. He waved the kite over his head. He jumped up and down. The kite went up in the air and crashed down into the grass. "That kite is useless," said the birds. "Throw it away and go home." Toad ran back to Frog. "This kite is useless," he said. "I think we should throw it away and go home." "Toad," said Frog, "we need one more try. Wave the kite over your head, jump up and down, and shout, 'Up, kite, up!'" Toad ran across the meadow. He waved the kite over his head. He jumped up and down. He shouted, "Up, kite, up!" The kite flew into the air. It climbed higher and higher. "We did it!" cried Toad. "Yes," said Frog. If a running try did not work, and a running and waving try did not work, and a running, waving and jumping try did not work, I knew that a running, waving, jumping and shouting try just had to work. The birds flew out of the bush, but they could not fly as high as the kite. Frog and Toad sat and watched their kite. It seemed to be flying way up to the top of the sky. The end. Goodbye, Mila. Goodbye, Jack. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.